Oh, are you? There's a French journalist that's trying to capture this. I don't know if you can do this live on.
Yeah, I'm gonna do live.
Okay, yeah, please, yeah.
If you have her information, we can send her
Yeah,
right now.
yeah, she knows to get on the ACRL website.
Okay. You have her email by any chance?
Yeah.
Or her phone number?
I have her here.
Or
Or-
here's a copy of the press release for anyone that needs it. Who has the Wi-Fi information?
Miriam, what is the how did we get on live?
I send it to them a link.
Okay, so can I just send
Yes.
this to you then?
No, here, I'll send you the link later.
Okay.
Does anyone have that yellow sticky note with the Wi-Fi password? Or the Wi-Fi itself? I sent you the link, I'll just copy it.
Thank you.
I'll be after and then,
Be good.
Yes.
in 5 more minutes. I'm just waiting for a couple more people, they're on their way. Oh, is that right there? No. Help yourself, coffee, water.
Thank you.
Don't have to.
So I guess I woke up in the middle and I just thinking about you guys. I'm not quite sure that inshallah.
I know you guys did a lot.
Oh, you're good. Yeah, yeah. Jim, you have a business card you can get
I don't. I have a QR code, I
You
think.
could just stick a note for his number. That would be good. Both of you. My cell is 724.
The Wi-Fi password is clear and just, the network quality of the network.
Jim, what's your cell number real quick?
3976.
ALLAM. Ian,
313 779.
Who are we waiting on? Mary, who are we waiting on?
Hello.
Elisa, come on in. Yeah, it's gonna.
It's I think it's set for 2.
I sent it to the one you're calling.
Good.
Just a couple more minutes, please. It'll be.
Just because we let everybody know it's exactly 2 o'clock.
Yeah.
right here. If you guys want it, it's like right here.
There'll be no side of this.
Try to keep the family.
Another minute, Jim.
And actually, I want you to just see Pikachu. Okay. She doesn't even care.
Yeah, I mean,
He doesn't care. All right. 2 o'clock.
ready?
Let's go.
You ready? Good afternoon, everyone, and welcome. My name is James Allen. I'm the chairman of the ACRL. In the midst of human tragedy, sometimes there are little, I think Bobby Kennedy called them tiny ripples of hope. We have all watched with horror and a heavy heart at what's gone on in the world the last month. But I'm here today to thank everyone that was involved in bringing my clients, my friends, my family, Zachariah and Layla Al-Areshi back home to the United States where they belong. I want to start by thanking the family first. They have displayed tremendous bravery, courage, unity. They kept each other together with hope, with love. They're an example to all families of what to do in a crisis. I want to thank Miriam Sharara for her tireless work. When the B and I were too tired to work, she outworked us both. When we were at each other's throats, she kept us focused on the mission, always the mission. And there are two people and many more who are alive today because of Miriam's work. There are at least 50 attorneys spread across 22 states that have filed over a dozen lawsuits like ours, who are similarly struggling to bring their families, back together. Horrific stories of family separation, worse than any sort of family separation that we've ever inflicted as a country on any families. I'd like to thank the partner organizations that came together with us in unity. There wasn't any division between us. Abed Ayub at the ADC was a great partner with us. Amy DeCoury at CARE as well backed us up, helped us find resources, and kept us encouraged throughout this process. Finally, I want to thank the one member of our congressional delegation in Michigan who never stopped working to bring people home, American citizens. The first list that came out of citizens that were allowed to leave included Zechariah, but did not include Layla. And being the man that he is, he wasn't going to leave his wife in harm's way. It was Congressman Rashida Tlaib who made the phone calls all around the world to contacts that she had in Washington, in Cairo, in Jerusalem, and Tel Aviv. She was tireless in getting Layla on the list on the second day, but Zachariah was not on the list for the second day. She then went back at all hours of the night to make sure that Zachariah was re-included on the list. They are here together today because of her efforts, and I want to personally thank her for taking our calls, being concerned, and doing the hard work that was required. Literally dozens, if not hundreds of American lives have been saved by the efforts of everyone that pitched in here, from the attorneys that gave their time to the staff members of the ACRL. It was a team effort, and in the midst of a heavy heart, a time of us all having a heavy heart, we can all feel a little gratitude today that one small part of humanity is still with us. Miriam.
Ladies and gentlemen, thank you for being here today. My name is Miriam Sharara, Executive Director of the Arab American Civil Rights League, an organization dedicated to defending civil rights and upholding human dignity. Today, we gather with deep gratitude for the safe return of the Al-Araishi family from the war zone in Gaza, a journey that began with a desperate plea to the ACRL. Their plea shed light on the dire situation of many U.S. citizens trapped in the Gaza conflict. The journey to bring the Al-Araishi family home has been heart-wrenching. The ACRL's relentless efforts, fueled by the heartbreaking messages and calls from the Al-Araishi family, underscored the urgency of their situation. Waking up each morning, hoping my messages went through, their voices became a lifeline amid the challenges of survival. Our engagement with officials, legislators, and the nationwide call for immediate attention aimed not just at bringing the Al-Araishi family back, but also at addressing the inhumane conditions faced by many U.S. citizens. The pleas for the right to live from law-abiding citizens stripped of their American dream resonated deeply. Our mission, driven by the responsibility and obligation, remains steadfast in ensuring the safe return of U.S. citizens trapped in dire situations. Our efforts, in collaboration with our dedicated partners, have been tireless. We've engaged with officials and legislators, advocating tirelessly for immediate evacuations to secure the safety of civilians. We extend our gratitude to the dedicated team of attorneys and esteemed public servants such as Congresswoman Rashida, her unwavering dedication, and her invaluable support for this crucial humanitarian effort. Yet, the work is far from over. Many U.S. citizens remain trapped in Gaza, enduring dire circumstances, including life-threatening medical conditions, such as gastrointestinal issues, respiratory issues, diabetes, and many more, while also lacking essential resources like medicine and treatment. The situation is compounded by the incomplete list from the Palestinian Customs Authority, which highlights the urgency of ongoing efforts to ensure that all affected individuals, including those who are not yet listed, be reunited with their families and brought safely back home. The issue of family representation and separation is concerning in this context, and we remain committed to addressing it. We urge everyone to persist in reaching out to officials, advocating for their return and our fellow American citizens, and standing together to bring about a peaceful resolution to this ongoing crisis. The ACRL is grateful to stand here alongside the Al-Araishi family, whose unwavering efforts to seek help and come back home have been nothing short of inspiring. They are the voice of the voiceless, shedding crucial light on the plight of many trapped U.S. citizens in Gaza. Their determination has resonated nationwide, emphasizing the urgency of our collective efforts to bring them home. As we stand with the Al-Araishi family, let's continue to pray for all those trapped in the war zone, hoping for a swift end to this tragic and devastating situation. I turn it over to attorney and founder of the Arab American Civil Rights League, Nabih Ayad.
Thank you, Miriam. Thank you all, media. I've said this in every press conference for the last 25 years about the importance of role that you play and being the gates person for civil rights, the guardsman for civil rights across this nation. It's never been so important than it is on these types of situations where all of you brought the help and the support and the attention that is needed to put the pressure on our administration to bring our United States citizens back home. So we really, truly appreciate each and every one of you for sending out our message to telling our story as to what is going on in Gaza. And that being said, I want to thank the Miriam Sharara, like Jim said, working around the clock. I mean, literally around the clock, 3, 4, 5, 6 a.m. in the morning. It didn't matter. We were trying to save lives. We have our chairman, Jim Allen, the attorney, basically filed the lawsuit in the federal court, as well as William Savage from our office as well, my partner, and a number of attorneys, like Jim said, over 40, 50 attorneys around the country with setting up different lawsuits all around the nation to address the important concern about this. ACRL has set up a hotline in order for those individuals that are stuck around the nation, around the world, to call. We're able to get that going. And again, these calls keep coming in. I mean, we're not only, believe it or not, helping U.S. citizens, but we have people from the Netherlands, from Australia, from all around the world that saying, please help my family get out. And ACRL has been at the forefront of trying to do what we could. Even if we can't help you here in the United States, we're reaching out to embassies all around the world to try and help. It's just about humanity and about the effect of human nature and try to help each and every one of us, each and every one of those individuals that are stuck. And that being said, we know that the Al-Arashi family, we're so happy that they were here. We honestly did not know if, we're going to wake up and I'm going to wake up in the morning and say, get that call that said, Al-Arashi's gone. I can only feel for their family and their, I believe, 16 grandchildren and everything else that they had to endure to think about as grandpa or grandma coming home. We told Secretary of State and the Secretary of Defense to do more. We said, do more, Secretary of State, Secretary of Defense of the most powerful nation in the world. Why is it that only 2 out of the 400 individuals that initially were evacuated was it United States citizens? Isn't Israel our greatest ally? Can't we call Israel? Isn't Egypt our ally? Can we not make resolutions to try to help our United States citizens to get out? So I'm asking our Secretary of State and our Secretary of Defense to do more. Do more. There's still hundreds of United States citizens stuck in that hellhole of Gaza. We're asking you to do more. I wish I can take all innocent people out of Gaza, but we can't. We do what we could with the powers that we can be and with our God-given abilities to do. And that is try to help what we can. Everyone is doing what they can. And that being said, I want to again echo our Rashi family are here. We're so happy that they're here. They're here with their loved ones and family. But there are hundreds of families that are still stuck and living this nightmare of a situation in Gaza. And we're asking for our administration to take more aggressive action, use your full power and abilities as the United States government to take action to get those citizens to safe haven. And that being said, the ACRL will continue per hour, per minute to continue to try and get the rest of these families out of Gaza that are stuck, the United States citizens that are stuck in Gaza. And I applaud the ACRL organization for such a wonderful commitment that they could do all what they do with the abilities that we have and the little resources that we have to do what we can do to help these families. And at this time, we're going to have Mr. Zachary Al-Araishi speak. Please, I would ask that you hold your questions till after they finish their statements, please.
Hello, how you doing? My name is ACRL Al-Araishi and my wife Layla Al-Araishi. I want to first thing thank everybody help me to get out. First day in the world, I called my embassy they told me, why you there? You're not supposed to be there. I say, I come in to visit my family and my kids. She say, I can't help you. I cannot help you here. I say, okay. I call another day and they take all my information. I think that was second day in the ward. They take all my information and they told me, we call you back. I say, okay. And I'm wait, nobody call me back. And I have connection with Miriam, and I start talk to with Miriam like 24 hour a day, and she never say I'm asleep, I'm here, I'm no. She want to help me to get out, and plus Rashida Talib, she call me every day, and Miriam call me every day, and I call him every day. We make video, we make whatever we need to do, and I want to thank everybody here too, and your guys too. And they take like a couple days. They told me your name before this, I was in my home in the Karama place, and I built this house. I spent $500,000 for my home. The Israeli sent us message, we have to leave this area. Okay, we take just a little bit of stuff. When leave, I go to my wife family, and I stay over there, and I don't know what's happening with my house now. And I go to my wife family. Next day we was sit down, everybody talking, and I hear like bomb next to us. You know, whatever I say, you will not believe how was strong. I was crying. I'm 60-year old, crying. You know, all the kids around me, like coming to me. We don't know what to do. We don't know what to do. Everybody's scared. This first time was happening, and I say, thank you, God. I stay. After a couple of days, I was used to buy water to drink, and no more water in the store. Anyway, we try to buy food. We buy food for day by day because we cannot buy too much food because a lot of people buy food. And after like a couple of days, I have connection with Mariam. She told me you have to go to the border, and I have call from the Washington D.C. They call me, go to the border first day. I say, okay, how am I gonna go? This is no safe. They say if no safe, don't go. I have to go. I have to leave. And I try to give somebody more money to take me to the border. I go to the border. I stay all day. I call Miriam. Is border closed? What am I gonna do? Stay close to the border. Okay, 6 o'clock. I don't know where to go. I cannot go back to my home because it's late and the world is like it's not safe. Okay, I find family to get me. I go to some family and I don't know this family, and I go stay with this family like couple days. I'm not member now how many days. I stay with this family like maybe 30 people in the house. Hard to get water, hard to go to the toilet, hard to get food, and maybe another day we eat one time a day, maybe tea with cake, just to be in life. Now nothing, and I wanna eat. I have my money, and we cannot buy nothing. No food, no water, no nothing. Too many people. You know, Gaza they have like 2 million people over there, more than 2 million. And I stay. I say no more about food. I wanna get out. Hello, Mariam. Hello, Rashida. Okay, just wait. We'll call you back. Wait, we'll call you back. And I make video. I'm tired. My medicine is gone. And bomb everywhere. When I go sleep, we cannot sleep. Maybe I sleep in the chair like 30 minutes a day, a night, a day. We cannot sleep. Every minute we count. The bomb is gonna come into us. If I wanna die, okay, I don't care. Die. Just I don't wanna just cut my feet, cut my legs, cut my head, and stay like this. And I say, God, whatever you wanna do, do. Anyway, I wait for another call from the Washington D.C. and Mariam called me, go to the border. I say, okay, I go. Sixth time I go to the border, it was closed. And I say, what's gonna happen? America, USA, you cannot take me out. What's the problem? And I stay last time when they take my name, they got my name in the list. They don't got Layla name. I say, I'm not gonna leave Layla alone. Who's gonna take care of Layla? I'm not gonna leave. Or go together or stay together. And next day she did whatever she did. I don't know what she did. She called all the night, 24 hours, to get Layla in the list. She get Layla in the list, and my name not in the list, whatever he said. Like the next day, we have Layla and me in the name, in the list. We go in the border, we going out, we get to Egypt. We have over there from the embassy, like from the embassy people, they help us. They take us from the border to the hotel for 2 days. They take care of us, and I stay 2 days in the Egypt, and I move to here. Now I want to talk about other people in Gaza, American citizen. Next day I came. Next day I came here. I came to move to Egypt. The lot of people come in, American citizen, and they kill him in the way, in the street. Maybe everybody see with this camera, like you see the passport. People die with the passport. Anyway, now if you want to get the American citizen from Gaza, we have to call the Cross, Red Cross, Red Cross, to get him from home to the border to make him safe. Otherwise, it's nobody safe. Anyway, it's nobody safe in Gaza. And now my house has got bombed. I have no house anymore, and I have like daughter and kids and son and kids. I want to get this. I want to get him out to be here with me. I don't want to leave him alone. No house to live. And this now no food. I give him money. You don't have the money. You don't have the food. You cannot buy food. You not can buy nothing now. And no gas, no water, no light, no light, no light. 24 hours.
Tell me about the bombings. What you hear? What you see?
Okay. I was watch TV live in Jazeera. They want kids. They like they have like yeah, and he got the school bag in the back. The guy, the ambulance guy, they say leave the bag. My brother here pieces. I got my brother with me. Oh, everybody crying. When you see stuff like this, you crying.
I don't know if you understood that. He's saying
Yeah,
that the
he can.
individual said, leave your backpack." He said, "That's not my backpack for school. That's my brother in pieces in my backpack, and I'm not going to leave my brother in the backpack."
We crying every day, and when we got the light on, sometime like 30 minutes, we watch the Jazeera. We crying. Everybody see all the world.
Tell me what you experienced, what you heard in the bombs and everything that you heard, the neighbor's house and everything else.
Yeah, and everywhere the bomb. When I stay in my before I go to the border, my wife brother, they have lot of the bomb. You cannot sleep. This not like the noise. The noise like you don't know. I can explain to you how you scary. People are scary from the noise for the bomb from the rack, and this is like not normal for us. This first time for me to see all this stuff, the war. I was scary, and it was bad. Well, very bad time was very bad. Thank you.
Would you like to say something? No. What about the son? Would you like to say a few words?
Sure. Then we can get to
Thank you.
Yeah, then we get to questions right now.
Yeah.
Go ahead.
Hello, everyone. I would like to thank everyone for being here today. And I also want to thank Mariam for all the hard work that she did. And I'm glad that my parents is back. But like my dad say, there's a lot of people out there need to come out. The situation on TV is not like when you talk to somebody face to face. It's hard. What you see there and what they have there, it's totally different than what you see on TV. As much you see on hard on TV, it's more very bad over there. The fact that no one has water, no one has food, no one has electricity, no one has cars to drive, no one has anything. It's really hard. Like I said, I'm all, I'm grateful having my parents back, and I want to also thank my wife for being with me for all this time. It was tough days. It was tough days for us. It was tough days. When, like I was saying before, I haven't worked for almost a month, but she was with me on step by step. Thank you. Yep.
I mean, I find the situation in Gaza to be very heartbreaking. It is, I can't understand how in this day and age when people are supposed to have learned lessons from history, how we find it acceptable to provide collective punishment to innocent civilians and think we're doing a duty. I really, as an American, I really have always held dear my rights to freedom of religion, freedom of speech, and freedom of press. And I don't feel that those rights are really being upheld at this time. Unless you have a certain viewpoint or a certain frame of reference, then you believe you're having freedom of speech or something. But anyone that has an opposing viewpoint isn't allowed to speak. And my heart was broken when the bomb started. I was at work, and I could barely concentrate on my job for that whole entire. I had 4 days to work in a row, and it was very difficult for me to maintain like my composure at work when I knew that my in-laws were there and my husband's entire family is there, and it really, I couldn't like pull myself away from the news, and I would ask him like every half an hour, every hour, is everyone still alive? Is everyone still okay? And I am very grateful for all the work that everyone did to bring them home, but I do feel there are other American citizens that are trapped there, and they're not being honored as human beings just because they were born of a certain ethnic group or into a certain religion. They're not considered humans by the rest of the world, and I find that heartbreaking and disgusting. And I really hope that we get everyone out. And I know that people in Gaza don't actually want to leave Gaza because that's their home. They don't want to be forced to go live somewhere else. They want to live where they were born, where they're used to being, and now most of their homes are destroyed and they don't really have anywhere to live after this. But I would really love for my brother and sister-in-law and their children to be able to come here. And I would love for people everywhere to have a safe place and to be accepted, no matter what they believe or how they act or where they came from.
Thank you. I'm going to open it up for questions, please.
Moving forward, given the decades of the issues in Gaza for Palestinians, and then you look at what happened on October 7th, my question is in the frame of how, with such volatility and such rawness, do we move forward and look at the humanity everywhere on both sides of what is occurring and what occurred. I don't know how you weigh in on that, but how do we cut through
Let me answer. Well,
the
you know,
rawness of what's happened in the last 4 weeks?
it's very simple. We talk about humanity. We talk about following United Nations international law. You can't sit there and collectively punish innocent human beings because some folks done some wrong. It's as if individuals, and I think we're getting a little bit off topic, but I'll just say this example. It's as if some bad gangsters in the city of Detroit were doing some bad things that took some hostages, and the governor decides to basically blockade all of city of Detroit and start bombing the entire city of Detroit. That's not what you do. What you do is you use your special ops, you use your intelligence, you use your political situation and the political process to try to get these individuals out. We know that there are innocent hostages that are being killed with all these bombings. But just to wipe out an entire city, I say 2.3 million people, and one of the most dense populations of the world, and then the largest outside prison of the world, and just start bombing them. This isn't really a war. I apologize. This is really genocide of what's going on in the city in Gaza. Any other questions, please?
Let me ask you also about the Rafah border crossing, which we know is controlled by Egypt. It was closed down for unspecified security reasons on Wednesday. I know the U.S. government was working to hopefully open up that crossing, which is the only way that we're seeing humanitarian aid been able to enter. So do you have some sort of message for, say, Egypt to allow people to be able to get out of Gaza if they want to, and also for humanitarian aid to be able to continue to flow into the Gaza Strip?
Well, yeah, I mean, but that's again, that's all dictated by the politics of being. It's a fluid situation. Individuals such as Egypt who want the bombings to stop in order to allow these trucks to humanitarian aid to go in. I mean, just allowing 10 or 20 trucks a day compared to like what 500 trucks a day that go through is just simply not enough under this set of circumstances. And there is a political play out here, but at the end of the day, it's that we should all focus about the humanitarian concerns and those people that are dying because they don't have drinking water, they don't have food, they don't have electricity, they don't have fuel for the hospitals and the babies and incubators. I mean, there's about overnight, and then that's what are you going to do with these babies and there's no electricity for the children for these babies to even be able to survive under these set of circumstances.
This question is for the family.
Yes.
I know that you were there visiting your kids, and they're still there. What's been going through your mind knowing that they're still stuck in that situation?
My mind, I'm happy to be here. Just all my mind back home with my kids and my family. I don't know. I mean, an hour is gonna be die. It's gonna be life. That's what I'm thinking all the time. I need to get him out before we die. That's all I need. Yeah.
Have you guys been able to quantify at all how many U.S. citizens might be trapped? And if you have a hotline, I don't know if that's results.
We do. We're getting new calls every day, but we believe that there's still hundreds of United States citizens are stuck. I know from the group that we got out, as we were talking about a few dozen, but there's still hundreds of United States citizens that are stuck. And this is again with the very active and lawsuits being filed around the country, with the hotlines, with the media attention, everything else. There are still hundreds of United States citizens stuck in that hellhole, like I say, of the world.
We have one family in particular, a 2-year-old and an 8-month-old, that have been on the list. Their mother has not been on the list. There's a lawsuit pending down south, hopefully, to get them out. But we've had a lot of headlines over the last few years about separating families. Well, we're still doing it, just at a different place.
And that's another concern because they may put somebody on the list of one of the family members, like a Zachariah, but not put the wife, for instance, Layla, or not put the 2-year-old child on the list. And the family is just simply not going to leave without the rest of their family. Yes.
I feel your pain. I don't even know what to ask you right now, other than, how are you navigating through this right now, knowing that the government treated you this way, knowing that this is happening to so many people? Do you feel like there's going to be change after this?
I hope so. I been here like 25 years. I working hard. I pay taxes, and I vote like Mr. Biden. And first day I think I'm gonna get out first day, and I hope now is gonna get the other people back home in Gaza very fast because every minute you count, people die. They don't know in 1 minute, next minute is gonna be die or no, because when I was there, I count every minute I gonna be die.
And at that point, like, was there any point, this is a very dark situation that you were in, at any point, did you feel like you were giving up and felt like, okay, this is it for me?
Like sometime I give up. You mean?
Like, was there any point?
You said this is
when you were
going to
in,
die.
Yeah, yeah. Sometime when nobody like can help me before, and I said that's it. If I want to die, die. I don't care. I'll be die. Just I want to be like cut tab and be in life. That's very important. I die, okay. Everybody die. Just I don't want to feel like cut legs or like a cut hand, whatever. That's what I'm thinking all the time.
You just talked to us a little bit, and you described raids on
So what kept you going? Keep you staying positive. What kept you going during these dark moments of what's going on, the bombings and killings?
Okay. Yes. My family. My family, my kids, my grandkids. I have to be strong. Yeah.
Reports about some people who put people to need paying very high amounts to be able to pay anything. Did you pay something?
Money? No. No. I pay just for taxis 6 times to go and going back. That's all I pay. Yep.
I don't.
Yeah.
One more question. Now that you guys have been back home, when you watch the news coverage, when you see the images on TV, I guess what is it that we're missing that we just see represented on TV, but as someone who's been there, what is it that we're like us to not understand?
You know, الواحد بس طلع على TV when they look at TV.
Uh-huh.
This, you see all this stuff, but you actually lived it. What is it that the general public is missing? When they see TV, what are they not looking? What are they not seeing?
When we watch TV, we see like the bomb and houses come down with the people inside. We can't do nothing. We just crying about these people. We can't do nothing. We stay home and watch TV. That's all we do. We can't do nothing. We cannot go outside and help it. Yeah. We think in next minute we're gonna be like him too. Yep.
Now, can you give some clarity, please, on, since it's been days since we talked to you about asking the State Department and the government to do more, meaning uh, from the beginning, was it slow in your estimation? Were they not doing things you think they should have been doing? I'm trying to get a little more context of what they're not doing in your eyes, if that is the case.
Yeah, well, I mean, I've said it before. I said it last week. I said they're not doing enough. Why is it that our greatest ally and Egypt, as well as our ally, when you have literally 2 out of the 400 evacuees that were you only have 2 out of the 400. If you look at that percentage, it's literally less than 0.02% that are evacuated by the United States. Why? We're talking about our greatest, staunchest ally, the United States, which we give billions of dollars a year to the state of Israel and our friends. Why isn't that we can't say, hey, don't touch this area, get our U.S. citizens out, as well as with Egypt, with their ally as well? Why is it that we are just simply complacent? Is one life worth more than another life? Why? Why is it? This is not North Korea. This is not Russia. This is an area that literally we can say pause the bombing in this area. That's where the United States are going to be to get out. They could have simply just did more.
Right.
Way more.
Right, and I want to include too the fact that we are constantly being asked to fill out a crisis form. This crisis form is administered by the State Department, in which should be quickly rectified and their names should be placed on the list. People are waiting minute by minute to check the list. And every time they have that little ounce of hope, when they do receive any boilerplate response from the State Department, or even a good response that says your name will be on the list in the next couple of days, to see their name not on the list is just frustrating. There is a lack of connection there, whether it be from the department, whether it be from an employee. Like, the name should be on the list. The crisis form was filled out in the beginning. It should not have taken a month. It should not have taken a month, as this is a life and death situation.
What's the status of the lawsuit? I know there are still some cases that you guys are working to hear. What happens with that now?
Well, in the Eastern District of Michigan, we just voluntarily dismissed that lawsuit here in Detroit, but there is a number of lawsuits as we speak today being filed across the country for families that are not evacuated yet. So for United States citizens, so those lawsuits are still pending around. I think we're the only, because we were the first. Since Zachariah and Layla are here, we moved to voluntarily dismiss on that particular basis. But again, there's many lawsuits across the country that are going everywhere to try and bring families and unite families back in the United States.
I have just one more question for you. You guys have been through so much, but why did you want to be here today and share your story after all that you've been through?
I want to share my story for everybody to know what's happened with me. We have a lot of American over there too. This is like in the north side, they cannot come in the south side because of the war. We need to get him out, take the Red Cross to get him from home to make safe. And the USA can call Israel, don't touch these people. This is our people. They can drive from north to south safe to the border to get him here. Yep. Yep.
Any further questions?
How are you staying in touch with the children? Your children are still in Gaza. What's that like day to day? How are you staying in touch with them? They are still being still
I want to get my kids here today before tomorrow because I know it's not safe. Like what I told before, I don't know what's going to happen next minute, not next day, next minute, what's going to happen with him. Maybe I'm going to lose him, maybe no.
Yeah, how are you talking to
How I've talked to him, sometime I send the same card with me. We talk to him in WhatsApp sometime when we have light, when they have internet. Yeah,
At times there's no anything.
no, not any time.
So at times you don't know if they're still
No,
alive
no,
or
just
dead.
maybe one time a day I talk to him. Maybe. Yeah. And this, imagine anyone can imagine here, just we don't have light. How you gonna be your life here? No light, no food, no word, just no light, no food. How's gonna be your life? Imagine. What you gonna say? If I have no light, no food, and your kids crying, you need food. What you gonna do? They wanna drink. The baby need milk. What you gonna do for him? You cannot cry, just crying for him. You're gonna do nothing because nothing we have. Just crying. Drink water. The water is salt. I salt water. I feel now my kidneys hurt because I drink salt water. No more good water to drink. And I was out of medicine like maybe 2 weeks. Yep.
Any further questions?
Do you feel like the world is behind you?
I feel what?
Do you feel like the perception of the world has changed? Or do you feel the same?
I feel same.
Do you feel إنه شو صار معك بعدك حاسس إنه من الأول ولا كل شيء الوضع يتغير لإلك؟
No, it is changed. Everything is changed. Just my mind back home with my kids. Yeah.
Okay, thank you again, all of you for being here.
Thank you, everybody.
Thank you. Thank you.
You. Thank you.
If you have any further questions, please direct them to Miriam.
Thank you. Thank you. You did a lot for me. Everybody, you did a lot too. You did a lot. Thank you so much. Thank you so much. Thank you so much too. For anyone they help us to get here, thank you for it. Thank you. Thank you.
Inshallah, let's see what we could do to help you.
Okay. I'm gonna email you the paper and the stuff.
I think this one you may.
Okay. Thank you. Thank you, everyone.
Can I answer you?